Hello? There we go. We're live. All right. We are alive. I'm alive. I hope you guys are alive as well. Except, I can't say that. Never mind. Yeah. All right. So we've got our two contestants here for match number 3. I don't know how to pronounce your name, so I'm gonna say Ammo because that's what I'm gonna operate under the assumption that is. If it's Ammo, feel free to correct me. If it's something else, feel free to correct me as well. And then we also have Joe Mama. It is literally you, the person watching this, the person hearing me speak right now. It's your mom that's in VC right now. Isn't that fucking crazy? It's all of your collective moms. All right. So last time around, we had no. Yeah. I mean, goated choice. Okay, Mr. Krabs. All right, you're next. I don't know how to pronounce your name still, so I'm gonna say Amo this time because okay, Amo. Okay. Uh, what is your favorite Joker and consumable in the video game? I know that's like a really hard question because Jokers are almost entirely context dependent, but all right. Well, yeah, she goat. We all love she goat and consumable. Okay. No, base choice. Base choice. Wheel best choice. Best consumable. The real the real like high level the real high level Bellatra strat is like blueprint and a perk like a bunch of blueprint brainstorms and perkios and you just clone wheel. Just infinite wheel. That's how that works. All right, so if you guys want to start streaming your gameplay, we can get started here. Oh, bye, Ono. Welcome back, Ono. Okay, I got Joe's stream. Joe, do you happen to be playing on Linux? Oh, the the HUD at the top almost like looks very similar to the one that's like built into SteamOS. Oh, I've never used it outside of my Steam Deck, so I don't know. The main goes to HUD. Okay, get both open here. Yeah, the frame rate's not even bad yet. All right, who's making the lobby here? Okay. Oh, yes. Yeah, so that looks fine to me. And then I'll check Joe's when we get in. Hold on. Ah, it's loud. All right. Let me get the picker wheel thingies open for our decks and stakes. All right. So our deck for game one is green deck. Any green deck enjoyers in chat? And our stake is true. It's black stake. Green deck, black stake. What a wonderful way to go. Listen, I am a green deck lover and a black stake lover, so green deck was like the first deck that I really tried to gold stake, and then I got stuck on purple and worked on checker deck instead. All right. All right. So Joe got to get in the lobby, and then so for people who weren't here last time, the way this works is you've got two POVs. There's a button you can click on Discord to watch both of them and switch between them. Don't leak anybody's build either in the Twitch chat or the Discord chat. Don't do that. That's bad. That's cringe. You can react to stuff like if somebody finds a blueprint, you can be like, "Oh my god, they found a thing," but don't say what the thing is. When they are in the non-PvP blinds, they will be deafened, and myself and the bus will be unmuted and yapping about the games. When they're in PvP, we will both be muted, and I will be yapping. So if you want to hear yapping during PvP, you should open the Twitch stream because that's where you're going to hear that. And you will also be able to hear the two competitors talk to each other during PvP. So, yeah, that's how that's going to work. There's a button that's like a little eye in it. If you click the eye, let's watch both streams at once. Hold on. Yes. That is fine. Okay. Just got to get Joe in here. The real question is when is Thunk going to add DLS of S5 support to Bringlatro? What? You don't want Yasified Jimbo? I want Yasified Jimbo. Okay. We are ready to roll. Uh, good luck to both of you, and may the jokers be ever in your favor. As soon as you hit start, just deafen up for me, and we'll get going. Oh, Joe, you're muted, not deafened. There we go. Okay. I forgot to check Joe's codes, but well, I'll just ask him in PvP to show me real quick. Wait, did I put Phantom's Preview in the rule set? Am I stupid? Hold on, they might have illegal mods on accident. Yeah, they have illegal mods. Can we yell at them real quick? Not yell at them, just get them to undeafen real quick. I think you put. I'm assuming you put together the mod list when I first published it because you have Phantom's Preview installed, which we took off the mod list because there was some compatibility issues. Can you just click lobby info for me real quick? Can you hover over both of you in the players list? Like, as long as both of you have it, I think it's fine for this match. Yeah, you guys are fine. But like for future matches, we'll have to take it off. So no worries, you can redeafen again. Thank you. All right, we're good. So green deck black stake. I did not even comment on the fact that Emo immediately found a fucking Baron and a Shoot the Moon, which in combination are a really good starting set. And the misprint is just going to carry that early game score until they can get the deck set up better for a Baron build. The Sixth Sense also just really going to help them get set up. They don't get any uses of it out of it this blind, but yeah, that's just an insanely good combination. Plus the scary face sets them up. So Joe sees the Baron. Selling everything for Anking Shoot the Moon is a play, right? Because getting that right, but the Baron build only works if you can get high card levels and a bunch of kings and like a mime. Whereas Shoot the Moon just kind of works. You don't need levels in any particular hand because it's flat malt instead of times malt. You know, like times malt only matters if your base malt is high enough. And so Baron is probably better like really long term, but at least in the immediate future, Shoot the Moon is a better play here. Now, Joe keeping the smeared is really interesting because like Shoot the Moon and Baron don't play well with 5-card hands, which is where the suits of your cards like matter. Right? Like you don't want to be playing flushes with a Shoot the Moon and Baron build because then you're only having 3 cards in hand. So taking the Sixth Sense, Joe is a little bit behind in the shop right now, and what? Yeah, you're fine. There's just like a little misunderstanding with the mod list. You're good. You can redeafen. Yeah, so Joe a little bit behind in the shop. he picks up the Sixth Sense now. But he also didn't take that spectral pack that Emo took, which means he didn't see that Ankh that Emo took, so he was not given that opportunity. And Grim, what a wonderful, wonderful spectral card to draw in your first Sixth Sense. I mean, really, the only thing better than that would have been a Ouija. It is, but he's probably also thinking about his econ right now because with with this, there's no interest on green deck. All right, we're gonna meet up real quick. The delay on Emo's stream is just wonderful. So as we can see here, Joe is really digging for those kings and queens for that shoot the moon baron, and he just is not finding them. Um, he's probably figuring he can't win this blind because he didn't draw his hand. So he's getting that Sixth Sense value where otherwise he could have just played to get that card in hand, the cards in hand for the shoot the moon hand and the baron hand. But on the other hand, Ammo has completely bricked their draws, uh, to where they only have two queens in hand, which isn't as good for them with the shoot the moon. Whereas it's not as big of a deal for Joe. Ooh, Amo comes up, just you know, the flat mole. It's just such a big deal. That was a really interesting one. I really thought Joe had that because he actually drew his hand, whereas Amo did not. Um, did not like draw a full hand. They only had the two queens as opposed to Joe, who had I think four kings in hand right at the end. It's interesting the divergence that's been taken already with just not taking that spectral pack. I don't remember what the other options in it were, but like pretty like an Immolate would have been nice there. Ankh would have been nice. If you're not doing Baron or Shoot the Moon, if you're not doing Held in Hand, you'd probably take the. I guess you don't take the Ecto because you don't have anything to Ecto. Like I would have taken Sigil, any of the Seal cards. It's just the divergence of not taking that is probably going to have some serious impacts on Joe long term. Hold on, I'll unmute. Oh, both of them have audio muted? No, Joe does, but it's extremely or has it unmuted, but it's extremely quiet. So I'll turn that up a little bit so we get some audio. Oh, and I've only just realized that my Twitch stream has not been capturing the Discord properly. Oh, didn't speak.
Hello. I checked on your Discord, or on your stream rather, and it looked fine.
Yeah, it wasn't capturing the audio until
Ah,
just now,
gotcha.
but we're good now. Ooh, Joe picking up the cryptid. I believe he has a red seal king right now. If he can draw that and cryptid that'll be really, really nice for him.
I hadn't seen him pick the red sail.
And we're going in to PvP number
Now, if
2.
my hands would just cooperate, I'm doing pretty good.
I'm not finding very much that's like amazing or anything out here.
Did you take
Ooh,
the Sixth Sense?
rough draw from
Well, I
Joe.
had it, but that was a part of my questionable play.
Misprint not contributing a
Kind of.
whole lot, and he does draw the red seal, and he's able to cryptid it. That's really gonna set him up well if he can continue getting that
So-
deck fixing online.
This might be bad for you. I don't know what state you're in.
And he's already got 3 high card
Oh,
levels.
ooh.
I don't think Amo can compete with this right now.
Yeah, that might be, you know? No, that is. That's unfortunate.
Oof. Good second PvP. Both players taking it
What
down
was
at
that?
1 life
Sure you do
each,
well.
3-3.
Yeah.
Being able to draw and cryptid that red seal king might have just secured the game for Joe there. Especially if he can draw them consistently. If he can continue getting that deck fixing going, I mean, he's got it in the bag here. You know, either player picks up a mime, that's a big deal, but it's an infinitely bigger deal for Joe, especially because he was, he's got that high card level. He's got the misprint for some additional flat mult. And he's got the Sixth Sense to keep generating spectrals. His only problem now is, I mean, I guess on green deck, it's a good thing, is that he's most of the time going to win in 1 on the non-PvP blinds, which is a good thing on green deck, but would be bad if he had any sort of econ jokers, which he doesn't. Amo passing up on Vagabond is interesting here. Would have just Amo's biggest problem right now is not the Joker setup; it's the deck fixing. And Vagabond could have provided some super valuable deck fixing, especially because, in other decks, your biggest loss with Vagabond is you can't play for interest because you're spending down all of your money to get Vagabond value during the rounds. With green deck, there's no interest, so you can spend down pretty freely without worrying about losing out on interest money. So Vagabond is really, really useful on green deck and would have been a valuable pickup for tarot generation, especially with the Chaos the Clown not providing a ton of value because they're not rolling super hard.
So
Joe
well, then it's been a lot
selling.
over on Emma's side.
That's true. The Times Mult is super valuable. Joe selling the flash card to pick up the raw mages for some additional Times Mult. Picking up blank is a bold play. That's betting on the RNG that you're going to see that again. In normal Blatro, the odds are pretty high because those games run long, but in multiplayer, the games are not as long, so that's a huge bet.
I have not gotten much better at all.
Yeah, I didn't find much of that ante.
Neither player has gotten significantly stronger this ante. Those steel cards on Amo's side are going to do a lot for them.
I need to know what this will get. Yeah.
But the
that's
lack
not
of high card
amazing.
levels and the lack of retriggers right now is a problem because Chad, those extra chips are nice, but they're not nearly as important at this point in the game as the extra flat mult from Shoot the Moon and the extra times mult from
I guess this.
from Steel. So we're really looking for Mime at this point. Or we're looking for, something like an Idol or Ancient, some way to
Yeah.
pivot out of high card because I don't think that they can win on high card at this point.
This will probably be the best I can get right now.
Putting up a
Ooh.
really good hand though. Joe
Let's see if I can
not
find
drawing
that.
his red seal kings. He's only got one
I
of
can
them,
maybe do that again.
but he draws more of his queens here, and he's got a shot
I think
to
I'm just gonna
pull this
barely
back.
beat you here. Oh,
Oh, close! Holy, I was not
Glad I
expecting
got
that
to
to
put an
go in
extra
Amo's
hand with
favor.
him.
I was really not expecting Amo to take that. But those steel cards are
Yeah.
really coming in clutch. I don't believe that Joe has any Steel Kings right now, which is kind of an issue for his scoring. And he does take the Vagabond, so we're seeing even more divergence here in Joker's taken. Like I already explained, Vagabond is just it's a super valuable Joker in general, but it's especially valuable in green deck. Murphy is trying to chew on a pen.
It seems like right now the combo of the Shoot the Moon and the Baron is maybe a bit better than two Shoot the Moons.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, the only reason that Emma was able to take that is because of the Chad retriggers on a stone card. I mean, that's 150 free chips right there. That's
Yeah.
several high card levels.
Aside from sticking with that stone, how else would you progress Chad into the
So
rest of
Chad
this build?
at this point is useless unless Amo can get more stone cards, or more gold
Right.
cards for that golden ticket. Really the retrigger that you're looking for is Mime, because and Amo goes down on the big blind, goes down a life, 2-2 here. Joe taking hologram, probably just spending down. Doesn't take the death to make more kings, which is an interesting play.
He might feel like he's already pulling enough kings and doesn't want to overdo it and lose his queens. I mean,
Yeah, but he could have,
but-
gotten rid of a number card,
Sure.
which don't do anything for him right now. Now he can't really play super hard for that Vagabond. He can only play 2 because he's at $4. So selling one, I mean, he could use one, but now, see, that was kind of a misplay because he's not going to get any more Vagabond value this round. He should have just held on to it, used it not only to block, but also to generate a second Vagabond tarot here.
Ooh, he's looking a bit rough here.
He probably takes this. Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Like, really, I mean, the thing both of them are missing here is retriggers. Amo having fun with the cards.
Indeed.
Let them cook. So for anyone unaware, these two players are our highest hour count players. Players were matched as closely as possible by hours played, and these two were the highest.
You got the fucking
so-
DVD logo. Sorry. No, it was about to be a corner hit. Fucked up.
Amo, I just want to quickly, before I mute up, I want to compliment you on your DVD logoing with the card there. That was wonderful. I appreciate that. Oh, are they frozen? Oh, they're good. They're good. They're alive. Joe really discarding down for that. He's still digging for those red seal kings, and he can't see them. That is his problem. I mean, both players right now just need a little bit better deck fixing, tarot generation. Joe, the nice situation that Joe's got here is that he can really play into this Vagabond value because he gets to play out all his hands in this PvP blind, which is going to set him up really well going forward with those tarots generated. The world is not helpful here, so he's going to sell out of that. I'm not sure if he's holding on to the devil because he wants to use it on a red seal, or if he's using it to block tarots, or
like
both. I could see it being both. He does stick a steal on there, on that regular king.
This
and
is
he's
suddenly
gonna
a
play-
lot more bearable, depending on what this scores.
Oof.
A little nervous.
Never mind.
Oh,
Never mind.
And Joe just gonna run away with this PvP.
okay. I thought you had one hand left there for a second.
No. See you next, Auntie.
Yep, see you.
So the real problem with green deck in multiplayer is that in multiplayer, you don't really want to, or you really want to play all of your hands in those PvP blinds, whereas in single player, once you get into those later antes, you're clearing blinds in 1 to 2 hands. So you're gonna have hands and discards left over. Whereas out of those PvP blinds, they're making no money because they don't have any hands or discards left, and there's no interest. So you really got to manage your econ well going into those PvP blinds. So normally in multiplayer, you want to roll down pretty heavily going into PvP because you want to see all the jokers that you can, catch up to your opponent in shop rolls, and if you lose, you make a ton of money from comeback money, and you're going to make money in general from the round. And that's even more the case here because you're not making any interest, which completely changes the way that you econ. And I do think that the tarots that Joe is generating are going to be the difference maker here. I mean, we already saw him generate, I believe, 2 steel cards last during the PvP ante, and he's holding onto that devil to stick it on a red seal, and that's gonna just take his econ to the next level. That Justice is also a valuable pickup. He can save that for PvP, stick that on that red seal jack that he's got hanging around. That'll be really valuable. And there goes the ramen. It's gone. Got yeeted. So sad. No. They just... It was initially going to be allowed. The calculator mod was initially going to be allowed. There was some incompatibility issues, so we removed it from the mods list. These players did not catch that part. And so they're using it for this match. But it will not be allowed going forward. Let me edit this. Joe sitting at the PvP, he's lost the ramen, but he's gained a little bit of malt on that hologram. But realistically, neither are doing that much for his score at this point. With the amount of red seal and steel that he's got, that Baron is carrying his score.
Mm-hmm. The ramen on ammo side probably isn't doing very much at all at this point.
It's not from the point of view that it's only 1.16, but it is the only times malt that they have.
Sure.
But beyond steel cards, you know, if they can find, oh my god, holy
Wow.
shit,
There you go.
what an insane pickup here. I mean, if they can combo that with a mime or red seals, they could very well take this even with Joe's deck setup and Joker setup.
Indeed. Though, won't Joe see that soon?
Okay, well, either I'm dead here or there's one more.
There
Oh, yeah.
is there is a
So-
chance that
I don't know
that Ammo can take this here.
if I'm probably gonna lose a life here because I didn't find much. But
I found one.
Now,
thing,
last PvP, Joe won by
and
almost 2 times.
honestly,
I
if you
don't know
had
if the
better
brainstorm
econ
is
than
gonna
me, you probably
is
found
gonna
this
be
way
the
sooner.
difference maker here.
At least I
Hey,
would imagine. so.
probably I'm gonna be honest. I don't have better econ than you because I have a vagabond. So
This versus this.
Ammo's seeing that they can put up
That
127k, which is
is
about what Joe was able to put up
What
in the
about this?
entirety of last PvP.
Bind. So those just led them. I'll
Joe's
toss this
saving
off,
that
I
glass
guess.
card to play on last hand. No wheel hit. It never hits.
It's not very good for me. Okay. This is probably the best hand I can do. And
oh,
And Joe will
No,
take
I'm
this
probably not
on
even
tape
copying
round one.
properly. I'm just realizing I could have done better on one of those other hands.
Oh, so you have a blueprint.
Close.
Oh, I see.
Brainstorm, but yeah.
Oh, brainstorm. Okay.
So Amo does have one hand
Yeah, he
left,
probably
but
doesn't
it's
even
not
need
going to
it.
be nearly
He's
as
gonna send
valuable
it.
as what Joe can put up here, I think.
Other than that, this is the best I can do.
It's going to be close here.
Oh yeah, you win here.
Ah,
Oh, GG.
Oh, you kept
Oh, you
the
didn't.
Baron.
You didn't have the Baron?
the divergence was pretty immediate. Amo took the first spectral pack that was seen, and Joe didn't.
Yeah, and it had an Onk immediately, which I
Yeah,
sold everything and went into Shoot the Moon for.
I went for that Sixth Sense and I got a Deja Vu into a Cryptid.
I didn't even find a red seal until a jack from a pack, which I
Yeah, I got that. I got
looks like
that
you
too.
found too. Yeah.
That was really well
One
played
more
from both of you. I mean, I saw the line on both of your ends of like what you were cooking. Yeah, very
I
very
think,
well.
If only
put,
I
both of you.
found the mime, I could have kept cooking.
I think splitting them
Yeah, I
up
wish there was a
between the
mime.
Shoot the Moon and the Baron ended up just, you know,
It was relatively close. If I could have
yeah.
just
Yeah. My draws were so
like
bad. I had like 4 red seals and I could only ever draw like one at a time.
I never found a single death. Just so weird.
Yeah, I didn't see any deaths. I didn't really see any strengths either for that jack.
I think I saw one strength the entire thing, or maybe it was two, but they were both so early on.
Yeah.
Which was really unfortunate.
Yeah, I
Also,
mean, I think the difference maker there was realistically the vagabond pickup. I mean, the tarot generation that Joe got was just fucking nutty.
Yeah,
I
I
think
got lots of chariots.
Yeah, I think second to last PvP, you generated like 2 or 3 chariots just from that PvP alone.
yeah, I had considered the Vagabond, but I had picked up the golden ticket earlier, used it like twice, and then just
Yeah, I
did
was kind
nothing
of
with
thrown
it.
off. I was kind of thrown off with it being eternal, so I didn't even take it.
Yeah, I probably should have thought one or two more times about it.
All right, well, so Emily, you get to pick the deck or the stake, whichever you want, and then Joe gets to pick whichever you don't pick. Um, the only rule is that you can't pick green deck and you can't pick black stake. But other than that, it's your call.
Picks a stake, right?
I think you cut out a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Second round was one of us picks a deck, the other picks a stake, right?
Yeah, you get to pick first the deck or stake. You just can't pick green deck or black stake.
Am I allowed multiplayer decks?
Vanilla
Or are we
only.
keeping that vanilla? Vanilla, okay. Um, in that case, this is either going to go amazingly or absolutely kill me, but I'm gonna pick Plasma.
Okay. Joe, what do you want for stake?
I'll pick white stake.
Okay. Plasma deck white
Plasma
stake.
white stake.
Get a little
Alright.
high score action.
World's
Yeah,
first 4 life multiplayer nanif incoming. Trust.
Yeah, trust. There's like a negative per KO for skip.
Yeah,
Sure.
certainly.
You have no idea how many times I've fumbled the per KO run.
All right, good luck to both of you.
Good luck.
Plasma deck white stake is a bold play for round 2 here.
Plasma deck is terrifying to me.
Yeah, that's
I don't
fair.
understand how to work it.
That's fair. I mean, it's intimidating because you kind of have to rethink so much of how scoring works, especially in early game. Because chips become no, this is not a rematch. The games are best 2 of 3. Joe won match number 1 or game number 1. Uh, like chips become infinitely more important in plasma deck than they are, and not to say they aren't important in non-plasma, but they are infinitely more important in plasma than they are in normal gameplay. Also, my lovely wife just brought me Wendy's. We get a hell yeah wife. Ooh, I missed Amo picking up the Bloodstone. And the oops immediately after. Holy
Wow.
shit. Holy. That's
Are they both gonna end up with
incredible.
that then, though?
That's amazing. Joe should see it next shop because he didn't re-roll it all, so he'll probably see it next shop.
These are gonna be really close matches, then I feel like, because those two alone together will that'll be the base of the score.
I mean, in combination with the way that plasma deck works. I mean, you get some red seals, or a sock, or seltzer, or hack, any ray trigger going, and I mean, you can take the shit to the fucking moon. So difference at that point, if they both stick with Bloodstone and Oops, the divergence is going to come from deck fixing, again.
Yeah. The card sharp is nice early.
Yeah, but once you get those like planet levels set up with flush or 4 oak or 5 oak, card sharp is kind of meaningless because the times mult from Bloodstone is just going to be so much.
Sure, but at least for the first yeah, they both have it now. For the first boss blind PvP round, rather.
Yeah.
I think Joe is gonna take it away.
I think Amo will. The chips from ice cream are just gonna be huge.
Yeah, that's not a bad point. But if you're getting 3 times your molt already, I don't know. I think it'll be close. Ankh versus Ouija is interesting here.
I mean, the realistic call is that you skip. Because Bloodstone is just not consistent of a hit enough to be worth it without planet levels or without oops. So I don't know. I wouldn't take the Ankh here. It might pay out if they take it, but I wouldn't take it.
Yeah, there we go.
And they're going for it. We're gambling.
I don't know that it really. Well, actually, does it? I think it's just objectively worse because Oops and Bloodstone both take up space. You don't really gain anything by having 2 Bloodstones over.
You do from re-triggers.
Right? Yeah, I suppose. Oh.
This is gonna be a good one.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to agree, and I've already made what I think.
Yeah,
might
so
be
2
a
Bloodstones
really
is
dumb
better
mistake,
long term than
if I'm
1
not
Bloodstone, but you know these matches don't go into the long term, generally speaking.
And plasma deck.
So
that's okay.
I don't know. We may see the 2 Bloodstone thing pay
I
out,
think you have a higher
but I think it's
chance
unlikely
at winning this than I do, to be honest. I'm riding a lot more on luck than I wish I was here.
Yeah, he probably just beat me here.
Yeah, Ankh calling to
are
Ammo like the Green
easy
Goblin
here.
mouse.
The draws were
That's
bad.
real.
I think this has a chance. I think this doesn't. Maybe.
Oh
Just
my
Yeah,
god!
just barely.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
That was a difference of
Alrighty.
Yeah,
less than 150 chips. Holy! Yeah, so as I was explaining to Twitch chat during that PvP, long term, 2 bloodstones way better than 1 because you're getting retrigger value. But in the short term, having that oops and the single bloodstone is going to do way more. And we saw that based on just how close that round was. You know, if Joe had a single planet level, that was the difference. If Joe had the chips from ice cream, that was the difference. Yeah, I mean, we may see it pay out, we may not. It's really hard to call at this point because we haven't seen any deck fixing happen yet. Also, I apologize for commentating a little less. I'm eating my dinner right now, so. Both players, though, know that they need red seals, and so they're gonna be digging through those packs, way more than they were last game, because they had the tarot generation early on, with this Sixth Sense. So, like, we already saw Joe open a pack. We're probably gonna see Imo open a pack in the next shop, if there is one, if they have the money for it. That is. Now, choosing to not take either of the packs there is interesting. Joe did not take the Spectral pack, the Tarot pack, and he also didn't take the Standard pack, which could end up being a misplay. Ooh, Hallucination is such a good pickup here. But would have been better with the dice. Say it that way.
I'm thoroughly convinced that Jupiter does not exist.
So we're seeing the kind of penalty from the oops here, from not having the oops, and the variance in that score on Amazon. They probably take this PvP,
I think I can win this.
but the variance in their score is kind of
Or
scary.
maybe not with that luck. Oh, just barely.
Oh.
Okay. See you next ante again.
Yeah.
So we're seeing the consequences of not having the oops in the wide variance in Amos' score there. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the calculate score button. The low end of their score was 11K and the high end was 110K, which is terrifying when you're in those PvP blinds, because it literally comes down to luck on whether or not that bloodstone hits. Blue Joker is providing a ton of value right now because neither player has seen a Jupiter yet. But it's not the greatest long term because you want to try and get your deck fixed a little bit. Joe has to open that pack here, right? Voucher would also be a great pickup, but he's only just done a small blind, so he has another shop to pick it up if he wants to. He doesn't take the pack or the voucher. Now, voucher's not as important here when they're playing flush, the flush build, because they've hit multiple suns and have the ability to consistently draw their heart flush. It would be more of a deal if they were doing a Baron build again, but it's still a pickup to consider for sure.
I really don't think the double bloodstone is the call. Because you do have less than 100% chance of getting both.
It will pay out hard if Amo can get any sort of retrigger happening.
Or if Amo gets another oops all six.
Yeah, or if they get another oops.
I think oops would make it. It's kind of a winning build, isn't it? Already doing very well though.
I really wish I had found something
Yeah, that I
really,
found like
really
nothing.
specific. You know, I'm looking for one thing that I
One of
had,
these draws.
but that I don't have anymore. That's as much detail as I want to give right now. I'm not.
Oh, okay, okay.
I mean, you'll probably see the thing that I'm assuming you'll have, and that I won't, unless you
I
took the same
probably
route.
have it. I
Joe
did
most
these
certainly
draws,
takes this
man.
here.
They
He did
they
get a little
are
bricked on his
something.
last draw, but he probably takes this.
Do
Actually,
you want to play yours
maybe not.
or mine first?
I'll go ahead and play mine.
Right.
You'd probably beat me
And
here.
I'm playing mine now. Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
See you next ante again.
So we're down 4-1, and we're now beginning to see how that second bloodstone can pay off. You know, in combination with
Yeah.
the lusty and the glass card there. It's still close. It's surprisingly close. If Joe can pick up a red seal, seltzer, or a planet level, he can take this easily, like easily. But you also have to consider that Amo's going to see the same stuff, especially because Amo is further ahead in the shop right now. Like, Joe only just saw the hallucination. He just has not been rolling as hard. So, you know, anything that Joe needs, Amo's going to see it and get it before him at this point in time. He did end up taking the voucher. I must have missed that. So Joe did take the hallucination. That in combination with the oops, he needs to be opening packs anyways, so that's gonna provide him a lot of value here. And that holographic Queen of Hearts is a really, really good pickup. Not only is it viable for Sock and Buskin retrigger, it's also gonna work well with that Bloodstone because it's functionally 25 malt. You know, it's 10 malt times 1.5 of whatever is base plus the holographic. So that's a really good pickup for him. Neither player clearing in one, which is interesting. Joe having to play down a little bit just to get his hand here. Oof. Oof, wait, is he going to go out here? He doesn't have to. He has a lovers. But he doesn't want to, use it on that jack. Because the gold card is very important. Okay, he'll be fine. It's going to be close. Amo also took the acrobat, so yeah, it's going to be really close here.
Yeah.
But we might end up seeing that Ankh pay off. Oh, and the red seals, but they're not on hearts. That's so tragic. I think there was a little misplay there by not taking the red seal stone and turning it wild. All right, there, good on.
Seems like we are in close to the same spot as the last game, just flipped.
Yeah, pretty much.
So for last game, I did at least have.
I think this game is
one
a
of your
really
lives.
good testament
Yeah.
to how much
Actually, it might have been 2. I don't remember.
you have to be rolling
I think
down
it
in
was
multiplayer.
too,
It's
yeah.
just stupid important. I mean,
Um,
Joe is essentially an entire ante's worth of chops
I'm
behind
just
right now.
gonna
And it's biting him in the ass.
toss a few of these out.
I think I'm gonna win this one though.
You very well might.
Joe, a little confident here.
Would you like to
He
do
does
your hand
have a
first or mine?
better hand.
I'll
Like
go ahead
the
and do
cards
yours.
are better,
All right.
but I'm
Send
not
it
sure.
out.
Ammo might be able to pull it back if
Let's-
their bloodstone can
let's
hit,
see.
and it's not hitting. It's not hitting. I think they got 3 bloodstone hits off of
Oh,
that.
okay. My turn.
This
It
is
is. It
brutal.
is.
Oh, and we
Ooh,
see Joe take a
okay.
life off of
That was
Ammo
the
here.
best I could do.
That acrobat
So it probably will not happen
carried
again.
him there.
Okay. Well, either
Right.
way, we're see you next ante.
The acrobat and the holographic queen just carried that last hand on Joe's end.
Indeed. Whoa. What do we think about that hanging Chad there?
I missed that pickup, but that's.
It just happened.
I mean, it's a good combo. You know, like Lusty is normally a pretty mediocre Joker for long term, but in combination with 2 bloodstones and a hanging Chad, it's amazing. Especially because somehow both players still have not seen a Jupiter level. They have not gotten a single flush level between them, which is fucking ridiculous.
The hanging Chad is doing a lot here.
Yeah.
600k. What were their PvP scores like?
Joe put up 6 million during his last hands.
Okay.
Joe taking smiley face for some flat malt. Not great. Like not as consistent as Lusty. I mean, it's good flat malt. It's just not as consistent as Lusty because he's, they're both always going to be playing heart flushes, but
Sure.
they're not going to be consistently playing a bunch of face cards. But I was talking to Twitch chat during the PvP. This game is a real testament to how much rolling in the shop matters during multiplayer. Joe is at this point an ante and a half or so behind in the shop, which means it's pretty unlikely that he will see the hanging Chad at all this game. He might see it like before the last PvP or something, assuming he survives this coming PvP. Little misplay not putting the Jack first for smiley face value, but it's okay. He's playing down for acrobat and card sharp anyways. He realizes his mistake, puts the kings first. Oh, Joe has gotten a flush level. Hey, I've only just realized. He's got one. I don't believe Emma has one. We're picking those celestial packs. At this point in time, with the level of scoring that both of them have. Yeah, I mean the ability to get levels is gonna make a huge difference here. That glass
Joe
card.
Is building up quite...
Sorry, go ahead.
You go. Joe is building up quite a lot of flush 4 levels, or not flush 4. Sorry, just 4 kind.
Yeah, they're gonna undeafen here.
Yep, Jupiter's not real.
Okay. This will be. I have a feeling this can be good for either one of us. I am much more luck dependent than I would like to admit with this build. Do I still don't?
Yeah, if I could get levels and draws, I would be fine. But I've gotten
You
neither of
know,
those.
admittedly, I have not leveled anything.
And
Which
he does draw
is
that holographic
something I should have done.
queen, which he desperately
But,
needs
you
here
know,
for
I just
some
haven't.
additional flat malt because of the lack of Jupiter levels. I mean, it's less of a deal for Amo because they're getting that flat malt from Lusty
It's
and
okay.
the Chad. So
I actually drew my hand somehow.
choosing
Good
not to
job,
play
good
the
job.
glass
Hey,
could end up
good
being a
luck
mistake
either
here.
way.
Obviously you want to conserve your
What
glass,
is
but
it?
he's on his last life.
You or me first. You pick. Go with the.
I'll go. I'll go this time.
All right. Ooh, let's see.
He puts
Ooh,
up 8 million.
you know, I can have that with some luck, but you know, I have a feeling that's been the majority of this seed.
Yeah, this seed is all luck.
Oof.
And Joe
That's
takes another
unfortunate for
life
me.
here.
Oh, good try though.
Yeah. See you next.
I was a little concerned there. Joe didn't. Oh, and Joe does see the Chad. He does see the Chad. Realistically, you sell out of card sharp for that here. I think it would be a major misplay not to take Chad in combination with an Oops All Sixes and a Bloodstone. Now, I was a little worried for Joe at the end of that PvP there because he didn't play both of his glass, and that's a little tragic. It would have been tragic if he had lost because of that. Obviously you want to conserve your glass, don't risk it breaking, but when you're on your last life, you kind of have to play it. So I was a little concerned that he wasn't gonna survive because he didn't play his glass, but he was able to pull it through. As Amo was saying themselves, their build is entirely luck dependent here. If they hit
Yep.
those bloodstones, they will put up E at this point with their deck fixing in the chat.
Yeah, the chat and the photograph.
Yeah, and the photo. If they don't hit the bloodstones, they're just gonna flatline. And we saw that when they just scored an eighth of what Joe was able to put up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that hand there looked great, but bloodstones just weren't hitting. So it didn't go very far.
It's a little unfortunate that they haven't seen the second oops.
Dude.
Because if they were
Yeah.
able to pick up an oops, it would have been over, 2 antes ago.
Just you sell acrobat and you take oops, right?
Yeah.
And that's just the build.
Yeah, and then build's done until you can find a retrigger to replace photo.
Mm-hmm.
Chad's a great retrigger, but you want, for a flush build, you want sock or seltzer for something like this. Oh, and a sun card is a really good pickup here. Just getting more hearts means that they're going to be able to hit those draws more consistently, which is just super, super important here.
Indeed.
Especially when they need to be playing down for acrobat, it gives them the opportunity to just play more of their valuable hands instead of playing junk hands to get down to it. And we're going into what very well might be the last PvP.
They
Okay.
started it like this.
I finally have something.
The longer this seed goes on, the less I start to like it.
Yeah, Jupiter's just not real, by the way.
So the
Yeah,
builds
you know,
here
I'm noticing that.
on both ends is really interesting.
Uh,
And we're putting up
it's very
100K on hand
unfortunate.
one.
Yeah.
Joe putting up 42 with a high card. Getting some mole cards in. It's a good pickup.
All right, let's see
And
what
he
this
doesn't need
looks
to play
like.
down for Acrobat, so you can just play his big
Ooh.
hands up front.
I think
And
that's
219 million.
this would be how I should.
I mean,
organize
unless
it.
Amos Bloodstone hits pretty much perfectly, they are not beating this.
Yeah, okay. It doesn't matter much. Um, let's
And you know, Joe isn't sitting on
hope
any
for
more
some
glass,
luck.
but he's able to play another decently high value hand here.
Ooh,
Oh,
And the Bloodstone
But-
hits, and they're able to put it
did,
up.
I do.
And
Oh,
Joe
I didn't wanna
gets bricked with
say
his draws,
something.
and that's game over here. That's gonna be game over.
well, I have a hand left.
Oh yeah, no, that would be why. Duh.
You got 2
you did.
bloodstones?
You did keep the oops. I did
So
not.
Yeah.
somebody in my chat said that the Ankh was calling to
It
Amo like the
really-
Green Goblin mask.
It really.
I
really
saw it. I was like,
was.
no, I can't.
It called and I answered.
Odin and I were
yeah,
discussing the
I-
entire time about whether or not it was gonna pay off, and it basically only paid off at the final one.
It was treating me horribly every time until this blind.
Until not even until this blind, until that hand. It was that
Until that
hand that it
hand,
decided to hit.
That's crazy.
That one hand, it locks in and hits. What I think it
Yeah.
missed one time or something.
That was a wonderful game. That was amazing to watch.
It was
I knew I
very
should have
close.
played the other glass.
Odin and I just kept mentioning like, oh yeah, if Ammo finds another oops, it's over. It's over.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
was. That's what I had mentioned with finding the thing that I had previously had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
I
referring
figured
to
you
an
dropped
oops.
the oops. But I didn't know what you would have dropped the oops for. I forgot about the onk.
Yeah, I mean, if you remembered the onk, it should have been obvious after last match.
Ankh
Holy.
Gaming.
It calls to me every time I see it.
All right, so Joe, you get to pick the deck or stake. You can't pick white stake, and you can't pick plasma or green decks. You can pick black stake now. You just can't pick 2 stakes back to back.
I'm going to pick Ghost Deck.
Okay. I can respect Ghost Deck. I'm a Ghost Deck Black Stack gamer, so I can respect a Ghost Deck.
You like Madness and Stencil runs.
Yeah, pretty much. No, Odin loves Stencil. The few times Odin and I have
Stencil!
played
Stencil!
multiplayer, they take Stencil and play into it super hard and win every time.
Stencil is beautiful. I don't know what you mean.
All right, Emma,
It doesn't
what
work for very long, but sometimes it doesn't have to work very long.
would you like for stake here?
Ooh, we're doing best of 3. Steak.
On Ghost Deck.
Steak. Ghost deck. What's steak?
Remind me what Ghost Deck is.
Start with a
Spectral
hex
Napier
and
and Shock
Oh, interesting.
You know, I could be evil and just say gold steak, but
God.
you could do some
I
Raffle
play
gaming.
mostly Gold Stake.
You could do some Raffle
oh,
Definitely.
gaming.
well then
here.
I'd probably be at a disadvantage. I mean, we have close to. Majority of mine is spent in black and white stake doing seeded runs, so I would be at a pretty heavy disadvantage in gold probably. Maybe red stake, just simple.
Yeah, it's a good one to go with.
Yeah. All right. Works for me.
Good luck.
Let's
Yep,
see what
good luck.
happens. Maybe it'll call out to me again. Maybe.
Certainly on Ghost Deck, you won't see any onks. There is no onks in Ghost Deck. All right, so starting out, no good skips first ante. Starting on red stake is interesting. It pretty much does not affect them when it comes to PvP or econ. It just affects them in those non-PvP blinds. So it's not a huge change to the way they're going to play from what white stake would be. What would have been interesting to see is like, I think it would be interesting to see some like orange stake gaming with perishable jokers being in the mix, or blue stake. But this, I mean, Ammo taking the riffraff. You gotta take the riffraff here. I mean, riffraff is like, it's not only a chance to get a free photo chat, taking marble and hexing it. What a play. I'm not gonna say it's a bad play. It's just an interesting play.
I am a marble lover. I think that Stone Deck is great.
I think marble is a great joker. I'm not arguing with that. I'm just saying it's an interesting play to take it over the riffraff and then hex it.
I suppose, but I mean, if you have the guarantee of something like Marble Hex is pretty good setup because you're covering yourself on points, and you also got Times Mult already, just in one card alone.
What he really needs now is a hologram.
Hex the Riffraff?
Yeah, I mean, you want to get rid of that hex card because it's taking up a spot anyways, and you're gonna be holding on to that riffraff until you get the jokers you want from it, or until it's no longer useful. So you might as well hex it so you've got something going on with it.
Fair. But like, I don't know, an extra 1.5 times Mult just sits on a Joker.
Grimbo being sold is interesting. Grimbo's really nice early game
Grimbo?
flat malt. Green Joker. Joe has both of them picked up that foil hallucination, which is a wonderful pickup. Yeah, it was an interesting play. Marble Joker was one of the plays, but we may see it. I mean, we've seen some strange plays pay off this match. So, a hologram would be a great pickup here. Any sort of retrigger, like or like specifically like a hanging Chad or a Seltzer, could be really nice just to get a shit ton of chips going. Myself personally, I probably would have taken the riffraff because riffraff is essentially an econ joker. If it gives you good jokers, you keep them and use them. If it gives you bad ones, you sell them and it's free money.
Yeah,
So,
that's a good point.
and we're seeing the Ankh here. Joe doesn't take it,
Ooh.
takes the purple seal instead.
Ankh on Marble.
The real issue
I was thinking.
with something like riffraff can always hit photograph and hanging chat. Yeah, it can always hit photograph and hanging chat at the same time. You just have to believe in it hard enough.
True.
It's
a 50-50.
The real downside with something like Marble or Certificate is deck bloat. Right? Having those extra cards is great and all, but until you can make them useful, you're just adding stuff that makes it hard to draw the hand you're playing towards. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of the fine line you have to walk. Is when do you have too many of them to where it's a problem. Samo good. Their stream has frozen completely.
It's a great point. I guess we'll find out when they get to PvP. We'll ask them what happened.
They're moving. You could see from the enemy location on Joe's stream that they're moving. Raffle would title it, "My cards are rock solid," with 5 polychrome stone cards in the thumbnail. Yeah. I think that if you have an edition on your marble or certificate, the cards should always spawn with that edition. That wouldn't be broken at all.
Gotta make a mod. Don't think that's how that works. Oh, yeah, there we go. Stream's back.
They had a banana. The banana got eaten.
Did that happen while we weren't looking?
No, I saw the banana and then it was gone. So,
Oh, okay. No, I mean, I saw the same, but was the banana there before their stream froze?
no.
Okay. They're being very sneaky about the banana. Oh, there's the Ankh.
It calls to
Ankh the
them.
riffraff.
It calls to them. They choose not to do it, which is
I mean, there's nothing good
objectively the good play.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Joe. I just stepped away from his
That's
PC for a
all I'm
second.
going to
Oh, no, he's
say.
back.
I'm assuming you took the riffraff.
I did take the riffraff.
Okay, I took the silly route.
The hex riffraff, I assume.
No, I did the marble joker.
Oh,
It just
I
kills
cannot
me
say the
most of the
same.
time.
Myself.
I took it because it's funny.
No, that's a valid reason
Yeah.
to do something.
That's
Man,
fair.
half the decisions I make in life.
I mean, it is just a silly little video game.
Yeah.
I think all
This
things
seems
I
not
can
as
create
nutty as the
first.
last two.
Yeah,
It's really not.
like not
It
cryptid or
would be
death.
funny though if now that
Um,
we mention that, there's just like a nat neg
But like the
legendary or
spectrals that
something.
spawn playing
Where's
cards,
the trib?
Where's
certificate
the
or marble.
Perkeo?
Be cool. Trib next shop trust.
Yeah. Trip next shop trust.
Sure.
Iono wrote the script and she's
you-
telling me that there's a Trib next shop.
You or me?
Oh, I see.
You. Okay. I will just say that I win this one straight up.
Oh, okay, I see.
The calculator told me.
Uh,
See you next Santy.
see ya.
It's interesting the gap in scoring there. And I'm not entirely sure what caused that. Because in theory, I mean, I am, because it was the glass and malt cards that caused that. Yeah, thank you. Calc is short for calculator, by the way, in case anyone was unaware. Calc is short for calculator.
Oh, good. I wasn't sure.
I mean, I think we're seeing the downsides of the decision to take marble instead of riffraff. Joe is pretty far behind in rolls and pretty far behind on econ here. Oh, Amos sold the riffraff. I didn't notice that until just now, but they sold the riffraff.
Did not see that either.
And the Wraith is an interesting pickup from that Sixth Sense. It's super high risk at this point because they're in a stage where econ is really, really important here.
Yeah.
But if it hits
Blueprint?
any of the played hand times mults would be nice here, especially like the 3 of a kind one. If it hits Blueprint or Brainstorm, if it hits Baron, it's not as useful on Baron. Like Campfire could do something here. So it's a choice. It's something to consider. You know, I might hold on to it, spend down in this shop, going into PvP. I believe they're going into PvP next. I might just spend down in the shop and then rip it, see what I get. Because you know, they're up a life, they can take a loss here and recover their econ from the comeback lives. So I think if I'm them, I'm spending down and then I'm they have one more blind. I'm spending down and then I'm using that. But we'll see how they use it.
Indeed.
You get rid of Zany here, right? The 3 of a kind chip joker.
Yeah, I'm surprised Zany has lasted so long.
I mean, they are playing towards 3 oak, so it works with that.
Oh, playing towards 4 oak, just not getting it. Ugh.
Oh, and getting the purple seal when you're out of discards, the true Bringlatro experience. I mean, they get 3 here. They don't even need to calculate. Does Joe have that red seal king? I don't think he does. And in combination with photograph, that's free 4x malt. Yep, they get through. Ooh, polychrome blue seal stone is an interesting pickup. Probably not as valuable as even just a clean King of Hearts. But it you know, for Joe it might have been a good pickup. Not that he needs more stone cards, but you know.
More stone cards never hurt anyone.
And not using the Wraith before the PvP is interesting. They're gonna undeafen you.
My view on this seed will completely change within the next minute or so.
Probably planning to rip that Wraith after this then.
Which is fun to think about. Ooh, yes. I think it's gonna be this that goes against my better judgment. I think I keep this for now.
Joe really getting shafted on these
Feels
draws
weird.
here.
But I think it can work.
Alright, I'll probably just lose again, but we'll see.
I mean, you're only 1 life down. Come on, man, you've got this.
Well, no, I meant the round specifically.
Yeah, I
Well,
know, but like,
I think your stream is frozen. It is for me at least.
It is for me as well, but it's okay.
hopefully it catches up in a minute.
Yeah, Ammo probably takes this here, but
Oh, I should have moved that first. Okay, that's
Oh,
ooh.
yeah, I probably should have took the riffraff, to be honest.
Yeah, see you next, Auntie.
We are seeing the
So-
consequences of early game decisions. Did Emo get the photograph from the riffraff?
I don't know. The photograph's been around for a while, so I think so.
I'm not sure, but if so, that very well could be the difference maker for this game here.
Yes. Wait, when did the Wraith get sold?
If no, they ripped it and got Stuntman.
Ah, okay. I didn't realize something for
Which
what does something do again?
250 chips and -2 hand size. I
Whoa!
think. We have Cavendish
Cavendish.
now. which is a wonderful pickup. Now Joe is also able to get a Cavendish because he did have a Gros Michel that broke, so he can get it if he sees it, and he should because
This has to get there.
it's just infinitely better than what he's got now. Assuming he doesn't die here. Is he playing towards high card for Supernova levels? For Supernova scoring? He must be. That's got to be the long-term plan with those stone cards, is to just play a 5 stone card high card. Which I can't say isn't a plan. I don't know if it's a good plan. It's a plan.
Anything's a plan if you're brave enough.
Yeah. No, the real gamer strat there was to use the death to make more stone cards.
True. Need more stone cards.
But again, we're seeing the consequences of not rolling down very hard in these shops because Joe has so much money and nothing to spend it on because he's not rolling super hard and he's pretty far behind in the shops here.
He's been kind of behind in rolling the whole time, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean in both previous games he's been pretty behind on the rolls.
The
but
Ankh.
the
Ankh
Ankh
in the
calls
shop.
to them again. Oh, they bought that from the shop?
I mean, we'll see what happens. I suspect they're gonna use it
Oh,
somewhere.
they sold it. They sold it. Which is,
That's probably
to be clear, the correct play.
Ankh Cavendish. I guess you want Joker, or sorry, photograph. Four of a kind is what? 3 full?
Yes. Yeah, you want to, if you were gonna clone anything there, it was gonna be photo.
You clone photo and then you
because
poke
with
really hard for hanging Chad.
Yeah, with a Chad and a red seal, you're triggering the card 4 times. So it's ×2, ×4, ×8, ×16, and then that ×16, which is too much for my tiny
lot.
brain to calculate. You're doing 16 × 16. It would be a little less than that with a red seal, without a red seal. Yeah, like as a symptom of how far Joe is behind in shop right now, he's just seeing the family.
I can't do math.
He's just seeing it. Whereas Amo's had that for, I think, an ante or two now. And Joe just has so much money and is not rolling. And this is definitely like I don't want to speak for him, but this is like single player mindset of like, oh, I need to preserve my money so that I have money to roll later. But in multiplayer, you just, if you don't roll hard, you're just not going to survive long enough to roll hard in the future.
Oh my god, he took the stencil.
I mean, it's a bold play. I would have sold loyalty card there, but
Yeah, loyalty
You're
cards
gonna
be gone right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
so Joe almost certainly loses this.
It's the obvious choice. This
And
is beautiful.
Amo draws the flush 5 immediately. Guarantees that family scoring. Guarantees the
So,
value from the red
How
seal
did that
photo.
actually treat you?
And
Would you say?
Well,
and
I
just
picked,
sets
I
them
picked
up
up some
perfectly here.
things.
I mean, they're gonna clear this
Mhm.
easily.
I picked up one thing, then another, and then I found another thing that made me drop that first thing.
Oh. I see.
That's probably the best way I can put it without giving
And Joe
anything away.
plays down for loyalty card properly here, but it's just not going to be matter. That ×4 is not going to make it the difference
let
between the
you
red
tell
seal
me.
photo, the
Oof.
family, and the Cavendish.
That's a scary number.
That's the best I can do, so.
Oh. Ooh. Well, here's my hand. I'm just gonna send this out there now. That's my
Now,
best hand.
something that Amo can find here to just guarantee
Yeah.
a win is
It's
Ancient
looking kind
Joker.
of bad for me right
With
now.
those wild cards,
1 life versus 4 in scoring like 30k is not looking amazing, I will say for you.
I don't know. I'm still waiting for that trip that was supposed to be here 2 antes ago.
That's my bad. He's running a little late to the function. Apologize.
Oh, okay. I see.
Traffic.
So, like, Amo probably wins this game. And I was talking to chat. The thing that they can find that just seals the deal here is Ancient Joker. They've got a bunch of Red Seal Wilds, and an Ancient Joker is just gonna, bury Joe right now. Joe really needs to secure some on-scoring effects.
I mean, Hanging Chad, Ancient Joker, drop the family. You're good.
Yeah. No,
So-
you drop
so-
hallucination at this point.
Oh, I forgot hallucination was there. Yeah.
Like, hallucination is a wonderful Joker, but is not necessary at this point in the game. The additional death or hangman here is great, but it's not going to be a difference maker at this point in the game.
I will
Oh,
say,
Joe drawing the red seal. He might go out here. Oh wait, I didn't realize he had 3 hands left. I thought he was on his last one. He's fine.
Amo got fairly lucky with her hand drawing on the PvP.
That's fair. Had she not drawn the red seal wild, she would not have done nearly as well there. Joe gets the Cavendish. He has to take it here. He needs that
Yeah.
time small. And he gets rid of the marble Joker to preserve stencil value. I mean, at this point, the stencil's doing more for him than marble ever could.
Whoa.
And he's
that's
so
nice.
far behind in Chop that he's just seeing that stone card that I almost saw like Ante 2.
Yeah, wow.
And he takes the holographic skin. Just jumps right through to preserve that loyalty card value. I don't think he takes this
mean-
here. I don't think there's any world where he can win here, because he not only has to, essentially 2 things have to happen. He has to get insanely lucky on his draw that he gets what he needs for his first hand, because he needs that loyalty card value. And Imo needs to get insanely unlucky that they don't get what they need out of their draws.
Yeah, he maybe should have played that last blind, but from his perspective, it looks like Ammo could have just gotten really lucky last round.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, preserving the loyalty card is
And
probably
keeping
the
the
right
loyalty
play.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I probably would have played that last blind just to dig for something useful.
And to be fair, Ammo did get pretty lucky. Like there's a
Yeah. No,
the
they're
nuns. I think you could take it back, but we'll see.
yeah. I mean, I think it's like I'm pretty confident.
Fair.
So,
I'd say that was a pretty good shot for me.
I didn't find much.
Really.
Joe going in a little
No, I
confident
didn't know.
here.
Not that you really
He
needed.
does
to,
get the
but-
purple C value, which is
Yeah,
huge
no,
for
I'm
him.
gonna have to agree with you on that.
And he doesn't draw his
And
hands,
I didn't draw, so.
and
I
it's
just win.
over. It's over.
Oh, that's oof.
He got bricked on his draws, and it's over at
That
that
always
point,
sucks.
because he is not going to be able to play down for loyalty cards, so he's not getting ×4,
I don't know. Maybe.
which was
Maybe I can make this work. We'll see.
essentially his only shot at winning.
It'd be nice if I could play like my best hand, just to toss it out there. But
Amo
I'm
not
gonna
realizing that
draw
they
it.
do not need to play their best hand this
Quite.
round in order to
I'm
win.
like,
Joe
one of
selling loyalty
2
card to
cards
try and get
start
stencil a little bit more
drawing
valuable.
my best hand.
Playing the 2 pair with a stone card, he's
I mean,
got a
this-
shot. It's
this
just
would
not a
still
very
be
good one.
Quite good. Well, I'll let you play a few first.
Joe putting up
All right.
70K.
Ooh, 70. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I do.
And Amo takes it here.
GG.
Well, yeah, the calculator said I did.
What? Oh, calc is short for calculator, by the way.
Okay.
In case you were curious.
That was That was one of the games of all time. I saw you pick up that Ankh ammo. I saw you consider it. I know you were thinking about it.
It was going to be for the family.
Meanwhile, Joe saw the Ankh, was just like, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
It was either for the
Nah.
family, for the photograph if I found a Chad, or for an ancient Joker if I found that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chad
apparently
would have
the play
been
was-
absurd there.
Yeah, we were
The entire
talking about
time
it.
I
Play was
was
the
trying to
riff-raff,
find an
but-
ancient. It was
Yep,
unfortunate.
ancient too.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
wow,
we were
expensive.
talking
Well,
about
when did
it,
you get a
and
red seal?
A 6 cent
Oh yeah, so what I did the first game.
to
Okay.
it for wild, and that's where that came from.
on the second to last PvP there, Imo got like very unlucky or very lucky to draw that red seal king and was able to death it.
Twice.
Yeah, twice, which is how they were able to put up that very impressive score at that point. And then those kings came in clutch at their final hand during the last blind as well. So
I mean, regardless, I did have 4 whole lives.
yeah.
Hey, I was doing quite
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, I mean both of you played really well. And yeah, so Emma will be moving on to round 2, and we've got match number 4 up next. Are we running late? Am I stupid?
I think a bit, yeah. By like 10 minutes.
Yeah, we're running about 10 minutes late, but it's okay. It's okay. Diana said she needed a little time.
Hey, it's fine.
Good
it's
job, you
fine.
played well.
Diana,
Good luck on the
Luckma
rest of the
is
tournament.
not the one you're playing.
You played
He
well, too?
dropped out. You're playing Sign.
You played very well.
Very good game from both of you. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
Yeah, thank you guys both for popping in for your match today.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have nothing more to say to add to that conversation. But thank you both for dropping by. You both played very well. And we will be moving on to match number 4, which is Diana versus Sign. So as soon as Sign is here. All right, I'm gonna put you guys back on the stage. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you for playing, and have a good night. Oh, I cut him off a little bit. Whoopsie. All right, let me bring both these goobers up here. All right, welcome aboard. Sign and Diana, and also Iono is here now. All right, if I could just get a brief introduction from both of you. Wait, hold on. It's not capturing correctly. All right, go ahead. Talk again.
Steam Deck.
There we go. And we've been asking, as per chat request, we've been asking everybody this question when they come on for the first time. What is your favorite Joker and favorite consumable in the video game?
I've got to think about this.
Let me think for a second. Can you guys even hear me?
Yeah, you're a little quiet, but it's good.
Sorry. Will have to be misprint, and as for tarot cards, I like the sun. I usually play hearts most of the time.
Hell yeah.
Right?
I'm gonna go with Oops All Sixes and probably Aura.
So you're an aura farmer then, is what I'm gathering from this.
True.
Okay. Let me roll our deck and stake for game number 1. Okay. We're starting on checkered deck. Make sure both of you are on fully unlocked profiles, by the way.
All right.
Checkered deck purple stake is an interesting way to go. And if one of you wants to make the lobby.
I'll do it. What rule set are we using?
Vanilla rule set, please.
What game mode?
Attrition, please. No other modifications to the rules. Purple stake is a really interesting one to go with.
Oh, I should probably send the code. I've sent the lobby code sign.
All right. Thank you.
All right. If I could just get a quick look at both of your mod lists, that would be great.
Where do I see
It's
that?
the numbers next to guests under connected players. Just click on each one. Okay, the first one is good. And then the other one, please.
I return.
All right,
How are things
looks good to me. I think we're good to go.
All right.
Good luck to both of you. You can just deafen up once you start. All right, so we're starting on checkered deck purple stake. Purple stake is a really fucking weird one to start out on, because it's blue stake but with higher scaling requirements. Blue stake in general pretty brutal. Not as brutal on checkered deck, thankfully, because blue stake is a -1 discard, which makes it pretty difficult to consistently draw your 5-card hands. But being able to draw those is much easier on checkered deck when you're playing towards flushes, anyways. So it's not as big of a drawback. Diana immediately taking the Lusty Joker, Eternal Lusty Joker, nonetheless.
Hey, Alex, I can hear Sign's game in the back, so can you tell Sign to minimize so I can get that sorted out real quick?
Yeah.
You should just mute sign stream yourself, shouldn't you?
Yeah, but she doesn't want to see it.
Right.
Yeah, once you guys are in PvP, I'll have them do that.
Got it.
Diana also taking the credit card, or gift card rather. Gift card is such a criminally underrated econ joker. Not only is it going to be increasing its own value, it's increasing all of your other jokers' value, which, especially when you've got Eternals, is permanently increasing your temperance value, which is just gonna boost your econ over the long term of a run. So that's a really nice pickup, especially early on in the game here, when they both have Eternals. Diana taking Smiley Face, good pickup here. Bonus flat mult, even if they can't, consistently draw multiple face cards for a flush. We love gift card in this household. Yes, we do. We love gift card, and we hate credit card.
True.
Now, what Sign is looking for here in terms of tarots, beyond the obvious deck fixing ones, is Temperance. It's not going to be as valuable as a Hermit yet, but within a couple rounds of having gift card with long-term jokers, Temperance will outpace even a max tier Hermit of you having $20. So getting the Temperance is huge here, especially if they can fool that later on. It's just going to provide a lot of econ value. But both of them need to find some long-term scoring, because Lusty Joker is great for short term, but it's pretty much useless long term if you don't combine it with retriggers or time small. Like we saw how valuable it was in the match with Joe and Amo, because they had the Bloodstones for time small.
Mm-hmm.
Without time small, the flat mold is not very good. I mean, at max, without retriggers, you're only getting 15. So
I'm surprised to see both of them take it.
I mean, it's a good pickup for checker deck, because if you think about the suit jokers for spades, you've got
Sure.
Wrathful, which is just the same as Lusty, but it's for spades instead of hearts, and then you've got Arrowhead. Arrowhead, like, really really nice in the short term because it's 50 chips per card, which in a lot of cases is more valuable short term than that flat mult that Lusty would give you. But Lusty has room to grow with something like an Idol or a Bloodstone. Whereas Arrowhead is pretty much as good as it gets unless you add retriggers. Whereas Lusty gets better with retriggers, and it gets better with time small. So Lusty has more long-term potential than the spade scoring jokers do. Diana dancing the smiley face around. Why are we throwing Raran around? What did he do?
Oh.
Ran. And they're undeafening as they come into PvP blind, number 1.
Indeed. Bye-bye.
Oh, I don't think Sign knows that they can undeafen. I've informed them. I don't think they've seen it yet.
Assign just had terrible draws.
The thing is not over.
Ah. Maybe Sign will be here next time.
That was close.
Yeah, that was closer than I expected it to be. I mean, that was an 800-point gap there.
I looked away for the last hand or two. What happened to Sign? Just it wasn't
Just rough draws, and not a ton of value from that face card. Swash is really nice in combination with gift card, for short term flat mult, or even long term flat mult. I mean, it's going to increase, assuming you have 5 jokers. It's going to increase by 4 mult every round. That's essentially picking up a planet level in something like Flush every round, and it's completely free. But again, we're really looking for time small here, and Sign in particular really looking for some deck fixing that Diana was able to set up earlier on and get more hearts and more face cards. We can see Diana using a death over there on a Glass King. and the glass doesn't break, which is wonderful. Because ideally, with
Interesting.
this kind of setup with that Eternal Lusty, you want to be building towards a 5 oak with a face card and a sock. And Chad, such a good pickup here. Such a good pickup here. It could very well be a difference maker if Diana is able to pick up some kind of on-scoring times mult like an idol, a bloodstone, or a photo.
Yep.
Sign passes on the sun card, which I think was a little bit of a misplay. Had they not passed on it, they probably could have used it there on those 3 spades and cleared this without using any discards to get delayed gratification value. The only purpose delayed gratification is serving right now, because of the lack of deck fixing, is that it's contributing from credit card or gift card rather. So I don't know. I'd be considering selling out of it for even some basic flat mult like a Grimbo or even regular ass Jimbo, just for it to do something.
Let's see if Sign is here with us this time.
Brutal draws on Sign's end here. Just not drawing their hand at all, which is really unfortunate. Now they really should be using this death here to get more of the King of Hearts or any of the face cards of hearts. But oof. Yeah, this is brutal. This is brutal on Sign's end here. Just not hitting their draws at all. They just don't have nearly as good of deck fixing as Diana right now. Deathing the 5 would be play. Deathing the 10 is also a play. Oh, going for the flush house is a good move here. I mean, it doesn't give them the ability to instantly bag this PvP, but it does set them up pretty well in the future. I don't know. I probably would have held out, not done it with the spades, and gone for it with the hearts. Brutal draws on Sign's end there.
Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And using the death there was smart for a flush house, was smart. It just kind of bit them in the ass, because immediately after they drew cards that could have been used to make a heart flush house, which would have most certainly bagged them that PvP and also set them up going forward. So it was just a really unfortunate series of events there. But getting the death and the levers here.
I mean, Sign should just be doing better. Like, at least Joker wise. Maybe the deck fixing is
I mean,
in Diane's favor, but
what was really carrying Diana there was the
last cards.
was not necessarily the glass cards on their own, but in combination with the chat. Now Diana did just break the glass king that she had, and a mime here, crazy thing to see, but not useful at all for the build that both of them are going for.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's just a bad take. Yeah, what was making the difference there in that PvP was the Chad, right? Diana had it during that PvP, and Sign didn't, which is really unfortunate. A Sign taking Dusk, which at this point is almost speculative. Like, it does work with Lusty and Smiley, but it's pretty speculative because the real value from Dusk is going to come from Time Smalt, which they don't have any of yet, and specifically on scoring Time Smalt like an Idol or a Bloodstone, or God forbid if he ever shows up, a fucking Trip. Even Steven is a fine pickup. Did miss out on that Hanged Man, which could be valuable here, but we will see.
You know how we feel about hung men.
I don't need to know how you feel about Hanged Man. And Sign just barely clearing these in one.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that wasn't one. They played two there. Now, Hiker is something that I would consider if I wasn't on 2 lives. I think the flat molt from Swash is more valuable than bonus chips from Hiker at this point.
Yeah.
But if I have red seals, especially, I would be and I wasn't on 2 lives, I'd be considering that Hiker, just for long term, because like if I'm Diana and I say the Hiker, I would consider it, especially since she's got an open Joker slot. But
All right.
so, Sign in an interesting predicament where they have the strength and the death. The real smart thing to do here would be to find a, 2 tens of hearts, or not the smart thing, but the thing you're hoping for at this point with that is 2 tens of hearts, or queens of hearts, or jacks of hearts rather, that you can strength up and then death to make more of, and then you've got jacks or queens, which are closer to being kings, that you can play flush houses with, play flush 5, play 4 oak, and the reason you want face cards is for sock value, for sock and buskin value. Numeral cards, especially the high value ones, just don't really have a ton of utility for scoring. Whereas, like, your 2, 3, 4s, and 5s can be hacked. Face cards can be socked, but anything in between 5 and a face card cannot be re-triggered because of its value, which is not a complaint about the game's balancing. That's just how it works. Sign needs to get pretty exceptionally lucky with draws here, because they need to find face cards of hearts for their last hand that they can combine with the smiley face, the lusty, and the dusk to get a ton of malt here. So it's a little brutal not having any right now. There's no 10s that they can strengthen into face cards. So 2 pair, good bet. Little bit of a misplay not putting the 7 or the 4 first for Chad value. And they don't draw any face cards of hearts right now. This is rough. But they'll probably come away with it because of that full house. So I don't know. They take this PvP. I do believe. They're second guessing themselves a little bit. Just play the full house, man. You got it. No. Don't play the flush. No, don't play the flush. Okay, that's a good play. The smiley face value comes in here. And they scrape past. When Sign second guessed themselves and canceled out of the flush house, I got so scared they were just gonna play a regular flush. But no, playing that flush house with the kings was very smart, and now we're hoping for a sun card to turn those into hearts for lusty value.
Definitely needed the king up top there.
Yeah.
I was worried about trying to not play the kings.
Yeah, I was just worried they were gonna try and play a regular spade flush there, which would have definitely lost them the blind.
Interesting. The throwback is kind of a weird take to see.
Yeah, throwback is a weird one for multiplayer because skipping in even in single player vanilla is pretty not a
Rough.
good move. But doing it in multiplayer is generally an even worse move, because chops are way more important.
Mm. And it just makes it so much more tempting to skip. Like, ooh, another 0.25 mult.
Now, in Diana's case, even a times 1.25 is a
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
and she doesn't know this, of course, but Sign has no times mult. None.
Yeah. I mean, she can probably
Which,
assume that.
at this point, the major divergence is that Sign has that dusk, and Diana doesn't, and Diana has the throwback. The swash is only going to matter if Sign can pick up times mult.
I mean, Ditch Dusk take throwback would put them in a similar spot, or just take any time mult, really.
Yeah, I think
Swash there is not bad.
it depends on what kind of times mult. If it's on scoring, where it's scoring on the cards itself, you ditch swash, because the re-triggers from dusk is going to be more valuable than the flat mult from swash. If it's times mult at the end of scoring, like a throwback,
I
then
forgot what Dusk does.
yeah, if it's times mult at the end of scoring, like a throwback, Cavendish, any of the rare played hand jokers, then you ditch swash, or then you ditch dusk, at least for now, because dusk at this point, unless you're playing a like a 5 oak of hearts, of heart face cards, is not
Yeah.
doing a lot for scoring. Sign realizing they can't sell the Eternal. Stuntman is, with the way that Sign's
Rough.
deck is set up, is a bad pickup here.
Yeah,
The
I mean,
the
he's already
minus
struggling to get
oof,
the cards that he needs.
not
Yeah.
the play I would have made.
He's struggling to make his hands anyway.
Yeah.
It's going to be even harder now. I think that might be.
I mean, 250 chips is a lot of value. It's hard to
Sure.
say no to, but when your deck is not fixed in any way for heart flushes right now, it's not the play I would make.
Yeah.
Like, we just saw with one face card up front, heart flush, earning only
Already struggling.
just about 15k.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he might lose a life here.
I mean, if he can draw another one of those heart flushes with the face card up front, he could do it. Should absolutely not hanged ban those two right here. As valuable as the hangman is, it would leave him with nothing to play. So
Hanging two hearts here is kind of wild. Especially after just having realized that the heart is permanent. The lusty, rather.
it's a bold play, because getting rid of those low number cards is important. It means you can draw those face cards more consistently. But it's a bold play to get rid of those when you need to be building towards hearts. Now, of course, there are sun cards, so the abundance of spade face cards that Sign has can be turned into hearts. But that would require drawing. And again, we're going back to this gap in re-rolling.
Yep.
Sign has an insane amount of
Yeah.
money going into PvP
Yeah,
and is
something about that
not
money
spending
when
it
you're
at all.
struggling so hard is a bit. Did I say spending? I mean, sitting on that much money.
But they are rolling down
Very
pretty well here.
Yeah. It just you got to spread it out more. You're spending so much more.
So the difference in the reason that you roll down so
Maybe
hard
screwed.
is not only because you want scoring going into PvP, but it's also because you lose if there's an econ joker in that roll you didn't take, you lose the value on that econ joker. If there's a tarot that you need, you lose that value. If there's if you're playing ghost deck, it's a spectral. If there's a planet card you need. And so those rolls are infinitely more important in multiplayer than they ever would be in single player. Not that rolling is not important in single player, it absolutely is. But it's just way, way, way more important in single or in multiplayer to roll down hard. Oh my god. Oh my god, the Ancient Joker.
Wow.
I mean,
What a pickup.
we get Tarot Generation and we get wild cards. We get Lovers Tarots, and it's just over. Now, if Sign is able to roll down, sees that, and can pair that with the amount Sign has a much more even split between hearts and spades than Diana does right now. Diana has done a better job at setting up her deck for hearts, which, if the stars align and Sign can get not only an ancient but a smeared, will win the game for Sign.
Sure.
So if the stars can align in that way, Sign could easily bag this. They very well may lose a life here, though. That stuntman is really just screwing them over right now. Diana creating a wild card, super smart decision here, and throwing it up front to get that Chad value. It's not only a wild card, it's also a face card, so it's getting that smiley face value and photograph. And yep, Sign goes out to small blind here, unfortunately.
That is rough, but they're tone up.
Sign creating more kings of spades. Now I think that's a fine play in that case, because I'd rather have face cards of the wrong suit than just cards of the wrong suit, because they were getting rid of and Diana goes out. Diana goes out to big blind.
That was just first round, right?
That was game number 1, yeah.
Okay.
I was watching Sign a little closely there at the end. What happened there, Diana?
Can you repeat?
Both of my glass cards broke.
When you picked up that ancient, we were talking about how valuable wilds would be. And towards the end there, Sign had their deck set up more evenly split between spades and hearts. And we were talking about how, in a perfect world, Sign picks up the ancient and a smeared and just clears on that, but alas.
Mike is cutting off very badly. Like, genuinely terribly.
Who?
Alex. Alex is Mike.
Am I good for everyone else?
I've been hearing Alex fine. I think it might be an internet issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. To be fair, my computer is pretty much in a basement, I guess.
All right, so Diana, you get
to restart my game real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So you get to pick the deck or stake, Diana.
Got it.
Just you can't pick purple stake. You can't pick checker deck. I don't know why you would pick purple stake. I don't know why anybody would pick purple Stake.
Yeah.
Purple stake sucks.
What's wrong with purple
I mean-
stake?
A lot.
I mean, blue stake bad. I'm a blue stake hater. And purple stake.
I'm gonna
is
be
just blue
honest.
stake worse.
I've like basically only played white stake for a long time.
I mean, that's fair. I didn't get into playing black stake until recently. So, are you picking white stake then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then sign, you picked ghost deck.
Yeah.
All right. Hell yeah.
The button to share my screen is grayed out.
I think you can.
It's also gray for me. What the hell?
Yep, same.
Give me a second.
There shouldn't.
Let me stop streaming and then you stream again.
Oh, that did work.
Now it's gray for me again. Oh, we're good. Let me just quickly pop out both of your streams again. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do.
Can you send me a code real quick?
I'm about to.
All right. Good luck. May the shops be ever in your favor.
Thank you.
Left sign.
All right. So, white stake gold deck is, or white stake ghost deck is just about the, like, I mean, ghost deck's my favorite deck. I prefer to play in black stake because it's a little bit more interesting and involved, but white stake is just a, white stake ghost deck is just a really good setup here, and I'm a fan of that choice from both of them. Early buffoon pack with an idol and photo, but Sign isn't gonna see them because they took just the smaller pack and not the big one. That was a gamble that really paid off. Even though Diana didn't take the idol, which I do think is the better play. Without ray triggers and without deck fixing, idol is essentially useless. So egg is the better play here.
Yeah, I would have to
oh,
agree.
I'm obligated to say egg.
Not being held at gunpoint, right?
No, well, by Ruffle, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe that was an Iono ism.
No, that would be if we saw Slim. Then we'd say egg.
True.
Somebody tell Slim we're bullying him in here. So Diana taking abstract. Abstract, one of my favorite flat mult jokers. First of all, it's the chicken. It's a chicken. And second of all, it's just really, really reliable, consistent flat malt. There's no way to scale it like with Swash. You know, you can't have an egg. Oh, speaking of Swash, hello Swash. You can't have an egg.
Remind me why it's a chicken?
It's a chicken. Look at it.
Huh. Very
Um,
abstract.
you know, the only way you could scale it is with negatives or antimatter, but it's just really, really consistent, stable flat malt. That's not going to decrease because you trade jokers. Like if you have gift card and you've sat on it for a while and you have a Swash and you sell one of your high sell value cards, your Swash decreases in value a lot, and it's going to take you a lot to get that back up. Whereas with abstract, you know, it's going to be the same no matter what jokers you've got, as long as you have those slots filled. Dana considering the trance, doesn't take it. Whereas Sign is over here considering Flower Pot. Now Flower Pot is not great for, you know, it's not good at all for a flush build. It's because you need, so the weird Flower Pot has a little bit of weirdness to it. Because technically, wild cards count as all suits, right? But in order to get flower pot value with wild cards, you need, I believe, 4 wild cards. Because it's counting
Sure.
for one of each suit, not just each suit being present.
Mm.
And so you need 4 wild cards to make flower pot worth. And so by the time you have flower pot being worthwhile, an ancient joker is going to be infinitely better for something like a flush or a 4 oak or a 5 oak or flush 5. Any of those high value hands, ancient joker is almost always going to do more with them.
Yes. I would say situationally, if you've already built up a 4 of a kind or a 5 of a kind without flush,
Oh, for sure.
it could be good to hold at least short term. But
Yeah, it's good short term mult if you're playing 4 oak with a face card or something like that, or with anything
Mhm.
really. But long term, if you're playing towards wild cards with it, ancient joker's better.
I'm surprised to not see anyone checking their deck to see what they have left to draw.
Diana's done it once or twice. Sign's done it a couple times as well. It's just, as somebody who is like, I'm obsessively checking my deck before I play any hand, before I discard anything.
Yeah, same.
It's interesting to see how other people play. So Vagabond would be such a good pickup here. Like if I'm Sign, I'm selling out of that riffraff and picking up Vaga, because it's unbeatable tarot generation. There's no better tarot generation in the game besides maybe Cartomancer, which generates a tarot every time you start a round.
Are we allowed to unmute yet? I'll take that as a yes, I guess.
Diana playing a club flush right off the bat needs to play that 2 in there, or get rid of them that way, to get that raised fist value. Gambling for a higher card for raised fist is tricky. If she plays this 4 and draws a 2, she's halved her mult from that, but she doesn't. She draws a 9, so she's gonna get 18 mult here if she plays correctly, which could be the difference maker. I don't know. It depends entirely on if Sign can draw their hand here. They should be aiming for that club flush. Really want to hold that blue seal. Oof. Checking the deck. Smart play here. So Sign does have a considerably smaller deck than Diana does. Aiming for, I believe, a full house with the jack. Doesn't draw it, so they're definitely going to go down this PvP. But that's okay. Now I would hold on to that stone card. That stone card made the difference.
GG on that
But so never mind. Don't listen to me. Choosing to play that stone card was a bold play that I definitely would have made. I would have been a little bit too greedy for that planet card, but it paid out in the end for Sign there. Just the additional value from the holographic was huge there. Now, Diana holding on to the riffraff is interesting. I mean, there's no need to sell out of it unless you find something better. It's just interesting that she's held onto it for so long when it's not generating any jokers right now.
Yep.
Yeah, like you hold on to it for temperance value until you find something better to sell it for, but it's just interesting to hold on to it for so long.
Well, we might see it go here.
There it goes
Yep.
for even Steven, of all things. Depending on what to-do list is, I might take to-do list here, like what it's set to this specific round. If it's high card, I'm taking to-do list and I'm grinding it for a bunch of money and then selling it.
Yep.
because even Steven is not great scoring joker here. It's providing less value than every other joker on the team. And to-do list, had it been on, a usable hand, it would have been a wonderful pickup. Obviously if it's straight or straight flush, then it's useless, but if it's high card, pair, even flush, it's a worthwhile pickup because it'll pay for itself in one hand.
Absolutely.
Considering an egg pickup again. Now, I don't think reserved parking is a good pickup here. It's only a 1 in 2 chance at $1 for each face card held in hand, which means that you need to hit that coin flip 6 times just to break even, which when you're trying to play those face cards for photograph value, not a great plan. So I think it was a good decision to pass on that, as tempting as an econ joker is right now. Diana immediately drawing that flush. Yep, correctly ordering the cards to get even Steven value before the photograph is a wonderfully played. And Sign playing into a straight build, which is interesting and may work out for them long term. Whereas Diana has focused almost exclusively on flushes. Now, I do see a future where, and Sign draws another straight and is going to be able to play this. And that's their second hand, so they may be able to come out ahead here in this PvP. And they almost certainly will, because they draw another straight. They're just not going to get planet value. They're not going to get blue seal value, but they're able to take another life off of Diana here.
Right, let me down.
So that was interesting. Sign was able to draw 2 flushes there and get the value. They did lose out on blue seal value, but I think it was better for the long term to take that life off of Diana, because now Diana is under a lot of pressure to make up the scoring difference there. What Diana was able to put up in like her entire set of hands there was what Sign was putting up in half that. So Diana is under a lot of pressure to make up that gap now. So she now has Wrathful, which is 2 on-scoring jokers. She's got that, or 3 actually. She's got that, the Even Steven, and the photo. And whereas on the other side, Sign is missing that Wrathful, but is kind of making up the difference with the 2-pair joker for now.
Wait,
but that's
where did we get a negative? I missed something.
Did she Ecto? I think I heard
Oh, she
Ecto
must
noise.
have, yeah. Oh, looks
Yeah,
like we're
yes.
gonna get...
Sign is considering it.
Seems like a good take here.
So I would take, if I'm them,
$30.
I'm taking that and I'm holding it, because you want to wait until there's something good in the shop to buy to fill that slot that you're gaining.
Sure. What happened with the credit card there? I missed that completely.
So what I think happened is Diana ripped the Ecto and bought the credit card in order to be able to roll down in the shop a little bit more, which is a very, very, very risky play, because now she is in debt, and it's going to, without any econ jokers, it's going to take her a while to get out of that. And if credit card was you can roll down infinitely, then it would be much more tempting, but you're limited to $20, which means you get 2 rolls and no purchases before you're done. So temperance is a must here if she wants to get out of debt. She doesn't get one.
I'm sure it was not intentionally breaking the rules, but I think when Diana restarted their game, they added phantoms.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. There was a little confusion with the mod list today, but we will be clarifying that going forward. But I don't think it's severely impacting the way that either of these players are playing right now. So, and also this tournament is not Major League. We are not, competing for anything other than silly fun and a card deck and a sticker pack. There's no prize money. There's no announcing it to the public that this person won or whatever. So I'm not super concerned with a little issue like that. Obviously, if one of them was to install Debug Plus and start giving themselves millions of dollars and insanely good jokers, then yeah, that would be a problem. Sign almost certainly losing this blind. Yeah. Sign losing this PvP here. They might be able to pull it back here. No. No, that's a high card. No, don't play the high card. High card is a really bad play here. It's risky. It's really, really risky to do this. And it doesn't pay out. That's unfortunate. Sign, you're still indefinite? Oof. A big misplay there. I mean, I think they were going to lose regardless, but they possibly could have won with a flush, and could have at least gotten some blue seal value there. So that was a little bit of a misplay.
Sure. They've got to do something about pulling some money together.
Yeah, Diana's really behind in econ right now, and I do want to point out that both of these players have exactly the same Joker bench, except that Diana ripped that Ecto and picked up a credit card.
Yep.
Their scoring Jokers are identical right now, so it's entirely coming down to deck fixing and the hands and discards they're choosing to use, which I think is the epitome of what the competitive game ends up looking like a lot of the time. Is it just comes down to the game sense of how to play your hands and how to play with your discards.
Sure.
Instead of, what Joker do I take and what tarot do I rip. Now, Sign does have a considerably smaller deck, 47 cards as to Diana's 53, but it doesn't matter much if those cards are not useful for your hands. So Sign has been playing a lot of ace to 10 straights and should therefore be working a little bit more at getting tarots to get rid of the cards outside of that so that they can draw that more consistently.
Who won the last one again?
Diana did.
Gotcha. So we could see a third round here then. I don't think
Ooh.
Diana's guaranteed to lose, but it's not looking great.
Turtle Bean is really worth considering here. I'm probably selling Even Stevens because on those ace to 10 straights, you're getting one hit off of that.
Yeah.
And
there
they
you go.
do decide to do it, yeah. I mean, it's just going to make them draw their hand more consistently. Right? I mean, look at that hand size. That's beyond insane, and they just get to discard down and draw. Yep, there's an ace to 10 straight, and they get to discard more and work on drawing another one. Now they're discarding preemptively. They should be playing a hand first before discarding, because now they only discarded 4 cards as opposed to 5, so you do lose a little bit of value there. But sticking Justice on here is risky. If I'm Sign, I'm considering sunning the Queen and the 10 and one other card in there to do a straight flush. I'm not sure if that would be more valuable than their straight with the levels they have now, but I'd be thinking about it for sure. And I think they are thinking about it because they haven't used the hearts yet. And using the glass cards in combination with the photo, really big pickup. Don't. They shouldn't play the full house here. They want to be discarding down. They've got 2 discards left to draw a queen and a 10. And I would be sacrificing planet value here because you need to take a life here. And they're able to play a straight flush, which is a little bit less valuable than their regular straight right now. But I might still play it just to try and get blue seal value if it's going to be enough to win, but I'm not sure. And they're able to draw another straight with that 10 and 9. So they're playing a king through 10 or through 9 straight, and that's enough to take this life off of Diana here and bring it 3-1. What a good PvP that was. I mean, the plays from Sign there were really, really smart to just discard that heavily down, and that Turtle Bean really carried that PvP for Sign. The ability to just draw the straights for all 4 hands was insane. So the Turtle Bean combined with the thinner deck that Sign has is really, really contributing to their ability to consistently draw their hand here. I would consider, if I'm Sign, I'm considering discarding down to get my hand and then using the Sun card to play a straight flush, because 1 more level and the straight flush will overtake the regular flush in value, and it doesn't really harm you because it's going to be enough to get you through this small blind, and it helps you in the big blind have a chance at putting up a higher score. So I would definitely be considering using the Sun to get the straight flush value, because you also don't lose anything by moving away from any particular suit here, except for the couple hits off of the Wrathful Joker, which could easily be replaced by any on-scoring Joker at this point in time. I mean, Sign has enough levels in any hand that a Bloodstone, an Idol, an Ancient would do numbers for their scoring. Diana's still in that credit card hole is really brutal for them. And Sign picks up a red seal. I mean, that could be the game right there. If they can stick that on a glass, like a glass spade or a glass face card, rather, like a glass spade face card, like that king, and they can play that during the PvP blind, they will just win. Because that in combination with the photo in the glass and the Wrathful will just be enough to just throw them leagues ahead, especially if they can play it as part of a straight. So that red seal is a huge pickup. Diana also saw it, but again, we're seeing the downsides of not having that thin deck, because Diana has 7 cards more than Sign does, and also doesn't have the hand size from Turtlebeak. Sign playing the 2 pair is interesting. It's not enough to get them over. I think they're trying to play a straight to get blue seal value, which is really, really risky. Because if you don't draw your hand here, which they do, that would be kind of a downside. And they have to remember to sell their tarot or use it, because they are not going to get blue seal value because they didn't have a free consumable slot, unfortunately. and neither of these jokers are worth taking. But obviously, Sign doesn't know that they're this far ahead on econ. But going into final PvP, your opponent's on 1 life, you're on 3. I'm rolling down to nothing here. I'm rolling down every dollar I have to see every joker that I can, every tarot that I can. And choosing to bonus here, really good play. Because they don't need any particular suit, so the star is useless. The strength is a interesting play and not necessarily the one I would have made, because you want consistency amongst your ranks here. You want as many aces as you have kings, as you have queens, as you have jacks, as you have tens. So
Whoopsie.
Sign discarding down immediately for that straight hand. Doesn't hit it right off the bat. Really leaning too hard into this blue seal value. At the point they're at, with the amount of levels they have, blue seal is not contributing to their score, and so they need to stop fixating on it so much and just work on playing their high value hand, which is the straight here. Putting up 65k in the first hand. Diana getting totally bricked by these draws here. I think we're going to see the end of the game here. Sign hoping for that red seal, and that's it. It's over.
Oh,
That was a really, really good game.
It was.
It
very
was just unfortunate. I think the econ hole that you got into, Diana, from the credit card, I don't think you saw the turtle bean. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I did see it. I just
Oh, you did?
don't.
Okay.
I just didn't take it.
Yeah, so you were playing towards flushes. Simon was playing towards straights. Second to last PvP blind, because of the turtle bean that they had just picked up, was able to play straights for all 4 hands, which was not, and that's not something I've ever seen happen in multiplayer. Bringlatro is somebody playing straights for all 4 hands, but it was really well played from both of you, and I said earlier to Amo and Joe, but I saw the line from both of your perspectives. I saw the paths you were both taking. And also what I thought was really neat is up until the second to last ante, you guys had identical jokers, except that Diana, you had the negative even, and you had the credit card. Other than that, your jokers were completely the same.
Yeah.
So that was...
If I would have just drawn that king of spades or that jack of spades that was glass, I would have won.
Yeah,
Or just the king of spades.
You both went in with that deja vu, and I assume, Sign, that that's what you were discarding for, was that one of your glass cards, because the glass was on face cards, so it would have worked with photograph. And I was like, damn, I didn't get to see the biggest number because no red seal. That's the fun of Bringlatro, is when the number gets real big.
That's true.
Number go up.
up equals fun.
By the way, Sign, you should have your polychrome card the last in order, like most to the right, because it'll do more.
All right.
Yeah, I should have.
But the gaze got to be up front, okay?
What they say.
Thank you both for...
Sometimes I forget I can just move my jokers, and I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I forget all the time that I'm like, oh,
Yeah, definitely happens.
Thank you both for taking time out of your day to play in the tournament. Sign will be moving on to round 2 and facing off against Amo in round 2. And yeah, thank you both for coming out. Thank you both for taking time out of your day. Thank you to Iono for bonking people in the chat to keep people from being stupid. And thank you to the bus for co-hosting with me this evening after getting their ass kicked in their match. I mean, what?
Beep beep.
So yeah, thank you for coming out, and we're gonna call it here. Have a good night, everybody.
Yes.
See you guys.
Bye bye.
I don't know. I don't know how to end the event. Can you help? I'm
You're
scared.
gay.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey. Fucked up.
All right. Good night, chat. Thank you for stopping by. We'll be back either later this week or early next week with matches 5 and 6. We are now halfway through round 1, which is awesome because I've been working really hard on this tournament for like 2 months.